Hi, I'm Lesley McAllister, professor of piano in the Baylor University School of Music. I've been at Baylor for 18 years and have been teaching a class called Performer Wellness for the past 7 years. After I wrote a book called The Balanced Musician, I wanted to use this book as a textbook for students to learn about the importance of wellness. Over these last 7 years, I've seen this class grow, and I've seen a developing interest in students in learning more about what it means to be a well musician. We have always known that musicians tend to suffer at greater levels of depression and anxiety and addiction compared to the general population. So in the Baylor School of Music, we want to be sure that our students are caring for themselves, mind, body, and soul. We wanted to be able to help them learn from experts in addition to the classes that they were taking. And so that's the reason that we developed this health and wellness initiative. When the dean came to me with this idea, I was so excited that the School of Music would be supporting this initiative. We have a growing endowment for this initiative, and we've started this year by bringing in guest artists. We began with a guest teacher named Laurie Schiff, who's an Alexander Technique instructor from the Juilliard School. And we were able to bring in a psychologist named Don Corley, who has a practice in Waco, but also has worked with Olympic athletes and has experience in sports psychology and in working with musicians. We had the opportunity to bring in Vanessa Cornett, who is at the University of St. Thomas. She's the author of The Mindful Musician, and she's really an expert on mindfulness techniques and the mind-body connection. We also had Baylor professors who were able to present to us as guests. One of these was Michael Scullins, who runs the Baylor Sleep Lab and gave a fantastic presentation on the importance of sleep. We also had a session from Taylor Beer, another Baylor nutritionist, on nutrition for performing artists. We also had Dr. Carrie Drew, who is a faculty member in the audiology department at Baylor, and gave us a session on hearing health. We're really excited to have some other great presenters coming in. We're going to be bringing in a body mapping expert from UT Austin, who's also a bassoonist, named Kristen Wolf-Jensen. She'll be giving a recital and also sharing some information with all the School of Music students about body mapping. We're also really excited to be in discussion with Quodizia Johnson, who is an expert on racial equity and social justice, who has worked with students in developing their own understanding of themselves as creative artists and bringing ideas to the table about diversity, equity, and belonging. We're thrilled to also be bringing in a trumpet player named Ashley Hall, who's going to be giving a recital in addition to talking with students about taming the gremlin and performance anxiety and the experience of how do we perform at our best and how do we find optimal performance. We're also going to be bringing in Rachel Gates, who's an expert on vocal health. She'll be coming in to talk to voice students to learn about their vocal health, but also to talk to future teachers about how we use our voices in lessons and how we can protect our voices when we're teaching in person and remotely. It's really been a pleasure to get to know these guests and to also advocate on behalf of our students so that they can learn about what it means to be a well musician, what it means to care for themselves, what it means to respect their bodies, so they can see themselves as artists and understand what it means to perform not in a competitive way, but to reach their own individual potential, to enhance their ability and to reach that optimum level so that they can be their best version of themselves.